It's been quite a while since I've got on a soapbox about something in the podcast.
It's not going to be with that Irish guy, is it?
What Irish guy?
The Irish guy you were whinging about yesterday.
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Oh, okay. Of course you don't. Okay, carry on.
No. Remind me.
Customer services?
Oh, no, that was something about work. No, not that.
I know.
No. This is kind of a YouTubey thing, I suppose. But I don't know about you, but I've definitely noticed there's like an upward trend in adverts getting longer. And I don't necessarily just mean like not just like skippable ones and stuff like that, but like even worse, the non-skippable adverts that you come across.
There's ways around that.
But they're getting longer to the point where, like, I remember not too long ago, I ended up essentially watching an entire music video that was an advert.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was skippable.
Yeah, okay, that one was.
But if you wanted, you could watch the whole music video, yeah.
But what the foo?
What made you think about this? Did you see another long one for something?
I had another long one where the skippable button was very cunningly hidden on the advert, so I didn't...
Was it hidden behind a bouncing pair of breasts?
It might have been. I might not have been...
You only could see them when the boobs were in the air, so you were too busy paying attention to elsewhere on the page, you didn't see the button. That's how I would hide the skippable button.
You'd hide skippable buttons between breasts.
Yeah. Buttons behind boobs.
If you considered a job in marketing?
I think I'd be so good at it that I would be murdered by people who hate me.
That might happen anyway.
Anyway, yeah, I know. What was it for, the long advert you saw? Was it for feminine hygiene products?
Adverts don't work on me. I don't even remember what I've watched. I can't even remember what I have for my dinner just now.
There are upsides to Alzheimer's. Especially if you didn't enjoy your dinner. You may hear my dog barking, please ignore.
That's what I honed in on there.
I know, that's why you're being quiet.
I was just like, there's a dog barking there. What's
on
going
Room
on?
101,
Whose dog did you steal this time?
Oh, that's mine. The rest are questionably mine.
They're
on
mine
Room 101
now.
once, Alan Sugar was on it, and one of his pet peeves that he wanted to banish to Room 101 was a certain type of advertising, and that's, well, if you watch The Apprentice, he always goes on about this, is advertising that tries to be clever instead of selling something. In other words, it fails to sell something. And the example he used was that advert from a few years ago where it was all tiny bits of a car kind of rolling into each other and triggering other things to fall and swing open.
The Honda ones. I like those.
Now that is interesting because you can remember what brand of car it was for.
I don't remember it from that. I remember it from the voiceover guy.
Oh, right. So if you say you just saw the moving parts in the...
I wouldn't know.
That's amazing to look at, but you wouldn't know the brand.
No. But also because those adverts were particularly cool to watch, I associated that with the brand.
Do you drive a Honda now? Does Vicky drive a Honda?
I don't even drive a car, so it's not going to convince me to go out and buy a Honda. In fact,
I'm worried if I keep on watching Honda adverts, it will encourage me to, even though I don't have a license.
It'll be your preferred car of choice for stealing, for joyriding around. If you
blame video games for murder, I'm going to blame Honda adverts for me running over a pedestrian.
Oh, you'd
the logic
so get away
infallible.
with that.
It has to work because otherwise everyone who's ever blamed the game was making it up.
Yeah. I'm all behind that. But
so
yeah,
that's the only point of adverts. You didn't want to make point of adverts on videos, for example, or
no, nothing.
Dig into that at all.
Yeah. There is a certain somebody that is putting adverts on some of my handiwork that I'm not seeing any.
Oh, bullshit. I buy you things. I'm like your pimp.
You buy me skimpy tops and
I buy you
cocaine.
pretty things.
Pretty things. Now get in the car.
I use that same approach with noodles. That's why he hasn't been around on videos around.
He's locked in the boot of your car.
Actually, no, I think he's studying exams right now. I wonder if he's passed or not. Oh, we need to find out if he's failed, because then we're going to have it broadcast on this that someone failed their exams.
That wouldn't.
Those exams are vital. Everything you learn in them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my day-to-day work it totally revolves around the...
quadratic equations.
And the geography that I learned, and
what Charles Dickens did between writing, rather.
I don't even have to do, even basic maths I do with a calculator. And it's not because I don't know the answers, it's because I have to make sure that I'm correct. Like I have to. Because,
but you're not confident in that you can add.
No. It's not that. It's that I have to. It's not even if like they don't
It's in
believe
your contract,
more or less.
Hmm.
You have to make sure that you're correct. Anyway, exams are bullshit.
Gaming.
You don't need them.
Exams are
You're
bullshit.
actually better off not going to college, not going to uni, and just going into the very bottom floor of the particular job area you're looking for and working your way up. Because not only will you be getting paid while you're there, but you'll also have picked up various bits and pieces of skills along the way, so they don't need to train you, so you'll be more appealing.
Yeah, it's better to learn a craft than learn about what kings of old did on their days off.
And then try to ply a craft.
Yeah, I studied history. How's that served me? I did art and history. What the hell was I thinking?
There's an individual that I work with that has a degree in antiques. That's part of his degree is antiques.
I didn't even know there was a degree for that.
And
it's not a real degree. He just, like, during his college days, he watched BBC Two during the day.
I see.
Flog It.
I've had the wool pulled over my eyes. That's what it is.
If he did watch all those programs, he will know antiques. Like, I stopped watching those programs when I was a student because I started to pick stuff up.
That's quite worrying.
Yeah. Osmosis, I think, is the word. Is that the one? You just absorb information from around you?
I did biology.
That served you so well as well.
Yeah, because now I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
And I know that
makes one of us.
That it takes a mommy and a daddy to make a baby.
No, it doesn't. Not these days.
Hello and welcome to the Brain Go Hurty Gaming Podcast. This is episode 35. We don't find titles before it happens in the render, so at the moment it's just blank. Maybe it's How to Make Babies.
I hope not.
I'm Blighty. I'm joined by Flick. We basically sit here, have a rant. I usually get tanked up on some sort of alcohol and
rum, whiskey.
We're supposed to sit and talk about games, but
sometimes
we get sidetracked very easily.
Well, we're going to have to because we've got bugger all to talk about this time.
Fuck all's been going on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there'll be some casual swearing. Don't mind that.
Yeah, there will be some, well, quite a lot, depending on how much more you drink as we carry on.
Or how angry you get with things.
Or how angry I get, depending, yeah. I did appeal to people on our Facebook group for questions because I knew we wouldn't have a lot to talk about, and they didn't really come through for us, as you'll find out later on. So most of this podcast will probably be whinging about the Wii U.
So it's probably a good time to point out that, we do have a extended community. So, get in touch.
We have an Institute of Hurters.
Institute of Hurters. So if you want to, join in, put your comments up or, just be part of the fun.
Pictures of your junk.
You can reach us at facebook.com/BrainGoHurty. You can email us at braingohurty@gmail.com. Or you can check out our YouTube channels. There's Flick FFXI or mine, which is Blighty Warrior.
Don't watch his, it has adverts.
Fuck you. I don't have any adverts. Not yet.
Well, go to yours if you want to see Source Filmmaker stuff. Of course, that apparently only us find funny from Futurama.
People are people. Screw them all. So,
yep.
we usually get started off with the games
with hating the entire human race.
Well, there's that. Yeah, we've covered that first. Hating everybody, complaining about something. So next port of call is what we've been playing for the last 2 weeks.
And would you like to go first, since I'm sure there's absolutely tons of things on your list that will take us hours to get through? He said in a not at all sarcastic manner.
Quick rundown then. Skyrim. I don't really need to cover anything off on that.
Yeah, we do. I think we need to have an intervention about your Skyrim problem.
I've finally gone back to playing as the class that I kind of stuck with whenever I play.
It's not finally. It's you've yet again restarted for the umpteenth time.
But
and you've still not seen all the games.
It's because there's lots of freedom. I can't help it.
You do have the freedom to start over and over and over again, but it's sick. There's something inherently wrong.
I'm allowed to do it, and it makes me happy.
Is it because of your Alzheimer's? Is it you get to like level 15, but if you haven't played it for a few days, you forget that you've even started the game? So
it makes me warm in my pants. So
you start over and over.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm playing as a definite stealing, thiefy, sneaky person. Now, I've played as a sneaky assassin person before.
But now you're a kleptomaniac.
But now I'm playing as actual kleptomaniac, which is what
Less
I did.
Stealing of lives, more stealing of underpants.
Yeah. Important difference there.
I only ever dabbled with pickpocketing in games in Fallout just because you could reverse pickpocket grenades into people's pockets to insta-kill them. I found that hilarious.
You can reverse pickpocket poison into people's pockets, but you need...
Oh, yeah, but that's too slow. I like the boom and the bits splattering.
You like the bits.
I do like the bloody gore bits. So yeah, I'm sure you'll have another character to talk about next time.
Quite possibly. Watch this space. In fact, place your bets now. Go on the Facebook page, decide whether or not you think I'll be playing something different.
I know I said I was your pimp, but stop being a whore.
Or recommend something that I should be playing. See if you can coax me into playing something that I haven't played before.
If we do that again, you'll just get that one guy who keeps telling us to play Ghost Recon Future episode.
It happens.
I'm beginning to suspect he works for the team that made it.
Somebody buy our game!
To play it. So what else have you been playing other than Skyrim?
Well, we had Left 4 Dead 2 Bingo Heart Night.
We had a failure of a Left 4 Dead 2 night.
Which nobody really turned up for, so it just ended up being
CR's brother.
CR, Maz and Noodles and,
No, CR's brother. He doesn't have a name.
Alright, okay.
He has a presence.
And that kind of got me back into enjoying playing it again. So I started trying to pick up some...
Yeah, it was good fun, even though it was just the four of us, and I was lagging like a bitch for no reason.
We could have a lot more fun with that if we had more people. So, if you really do want to play games with us, let us know.
I know it's not a free one, but it's been out for a while, and it's been in multiple sales for like £2, so I'm assuming a lot of people have it.
Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress, Minecraft, name something, see if we can get enough people together, we'll pick a night, get some...
Usually a Friday or a Saturday night, because that's pretty much when we have it free.
Yeah, that's usually the case. So, I've been picking up more sort of games with randoms and stuff, and it's still fun, it's just not as much fun as it is with... people cooperating.
Even if, like, when we were doing it, we were all in the same calls, so... Even though it was me and you versus them three, as it transpired, we still just had fun talking, even though we both knew what each other were doing, because we were in the same call.
Giggling maniacally as you hide in the corner.
Yep.
Ready to charge somebody off the cliff. So, other than that, I can't really think I've been playing anything else.
This is the point in the podcast where you always say there's nothing else, and I usually jump in thinking that there's something you've forgotten.
But there isn't. I really don't think...
Source Filmmaker...
Yeah, I've been dabbling with Source Filmmaker. I tried the original, as it were, before the beta came out for it recently, and it was quite difficult to get to grips with. You'll see from one of my early videos that's on there, the Heavy making some profound comment.
About that sexy lady.
About the sexy lady, yes.
That he had sex at.
This time round, I'm quite enjoying it. But, you've got to put a lot of work in to get something nice out again.
I'm hoping to start learning it this week, now that I'm no longer dog sitting.
Sitting on dogs is bad.
It depends how much they move.
Or how warm they are. So, I've been messing around with that. There's a clip up that I've done, just a simple, lip-syncing clip with a Futurama audio sample.
And there's that ongoing project you keep procrastinating off of.
Yeah, there's that.
You will do that. Oh, yes, you will do that.
Eventually, I'll get around to that. Other than that...
The thing on your phone, that Dungeon Quest thing?
I haven't really been playing anything on my phone. During my lunch breaks and stuff, I've just been, Googling up news and things, so... Yeah.
How dare you. So there's really nothing else.
I can't think of anything.
I should stop rubbing it in, because my list is pretty short as well of things I've been playing, because as I say, I've been dog-sitting, so I've been away from my PCs and consoles and everything.
Please do, try to flesh out your list then. Go on. See if you've got more.
Well, I'll start with the one we both played, Left 4 Dead 2, because I can't flesh that out any more than you did. I also enjoyed getting back into the versus mode. It is better with other people, so it would be nice if other people did join us. Although that's not really that different to playing with randoms. But, just a full game is better than a few of us mucking around.
The problem with randoms is people quitting. And people quitting means that, gameplay kind of halts. And that's all well and fine if, the problems we had when we did it before was that we all basically team stacked. And in doing so meant that because we completely flattened the other team, they always ended up quitting.
R.I.P. Save Cat.
Yeah, per Save Cat.
Yeah. But if we had everyone we know, even if one team is dominating the other side, we'll probably still be having a laugh as we do it. So it's not too bad.
That's true.
That's true. People you know. And trying to kill Bill regardless of who's playing as Bill, even if it's me that's playing as Bill.
You really hate Bill.
I do. I hate him with a passion. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's because he's a vet.
Is it because you're secretly attracted to him? He's a vet?
I assumed he was a vet, or has he just stolen that hat and jacket off his corpse?
Right, you mean a veteran.
I mean a veteran. I don't mean a literal vet. I don't hate him because he keeps on curing the dogs after what I do to them. Why did I say that? Ugh. I'm creating so many bad stereotypes for myself. I'm inventing new ones. The Welsh have sheep, the Scottish have dogs. So, yes, moving on. I've still been playing Fall of Cybertron. I've got my playthrough done. I think I said that last time, though. I've been playing the multiplayer a little bit. And it's not as much fun without people you know. It's going to be a running theme. People that are skinned. I actually moan about how skinned you are in the last part recorded. I encourage people to encourage you to get it.
What you should do is you should encourage people to, donate money to me via PayPal or something.
You don't have a PayPal, so that would be a problem. Two, people are greedy.
I do have a PayPal. How do you think I pay for the hosting space for this?
Oh, right, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Well, as I say, people don't want to give their money away unless it's a Kickstarter program for something
people
really
do.
stupid.
You get these websites of people that are students and stuff, and they give a Woe Is Me story, and people donate money.
What?
It tends to be...
But they could be, lying.
Yeah, of course they can.
I mean, sorry, I'll rephrase that. They're all lying.
That doesn't stop people. People are stupid, and people are easily bullied into being so gullible that they'll give money away to anything. And you get
one of the biggest fallacies is that when people think no one would ever be that bastardly or that evil, because people will be that evil, and you have to teach yourself that.
This is if you miss a parcel and you get that thing and it says phone this number or whatever, and we'll tell you where your parcel is. Around Christmas time, this is always a big scam that you get loads of those get posted out where it's a premium rate number. There's no parcel. Yeah. So in particular, obviously if something came through and I wasn't expecting a parcel, I wouldn't bother. I would probably check with Royal Mail. But these ones is a premium rate number.
I'd actually love to hear one of those calls to see how they keep them going. What did you say her name was? Is that with an X?
You just have to put a really thick accent on, and it's... But yeah, people are just stupid and gullible.
So there's websites where people put whingy, crybaby stories and people just give them money?
Yeah. That's been going on for years.
Wow. I'm stunned. I am actually stunned that people
You're
do
sitting
that
there
stupid.
thinking, fuck, why didn't I do that?
I'll pretend to be a 16-year-old girl that's having thoughts of suicide and just watch the money roll in.
I mean, essentially, you're already doing something similar, so there's
I am not.
There's no need to push the boat out.
I'd
too
customize
far.
my if I can get if people are collecting money, they have a meter showing how close they are to the target. Mine would be the opposite, where it's a razor going down to a wrist, unless enough money is donated to keep the razor away. That would entice some money. How did we started talking about Transformers? How the hell did it get on? Oh, you being
Transformers jumped into suicide. Yeah,
it did. The multiplayer, I'm not that keen on the changes that we talked about after playing the demo. The classes are less diverse, and I don't like the items being scattered around rather than earned. Because at least if you get an overpowered item via a kill streak, you did something to earn the kill streak.
So you're saying the Fall of Cybertron multiplayer was better? The War for
No,
Cybertron.
the War for...
I got it right in my head and I said the wrong fucking word.
I like the stages are a bit bigger and a bit more detailed and what have you, but yeah, I don't like how simplified they made it. And they're hurrying DLC packs now just for character packs for the multiplayer as well, which I don't like. That's Activision got written all over it pretty much.
That's
indeed. I'd like some single player DLC content for it, because I think if any did appear, it wouldn't come across like it's on the disc, because the disc felt full enough as far as single player stuff goes. Other than that, while dog sitting, I've been playing Mario Kart 7 just for something to play on my 3DS. I figured there might be a new one coming because of the Wii U, so I thought I'll just play the old one because it'll be identical anyway.
That's true, yeah.
Same with Super Mario. I was playing Super Mario 3D Land. Still can't get the name right without looking at the box.
It still doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it does not. And finally, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 some more. Quite a lot of that, as is maybe the case. I don't think Noodles is as addicted to it as I thought, but I think that would probably be because of his studying for exams and what have you.
He's being sensible.
Ugh.
Sort of part of our community does he think he is, being sensible.
Exactly. Hurters aren't sensible.
So you've definitely decided to go with that term then, have you? Hurter. We didn't coin that phrase, somebody else did. I can't remember who. Oh no, it was in an email, wasn't it?
It was from one of Noodles' friends. I think it was Lanigan.
It was David Lanigan.
I'll just call him by his surname because apparently everyone else does. Yeah, so he technically coined the phrase, but we're legally taking it.
Or illegally. It doesn't matter.
Illegally,
we're taking it regardless.
We're taking it. Yeah, we're pirates. So I don't really have much more to say about Guild Wars. Still enjoying it. I've completed about 50% of the world on my main, and he's about level 55-ish. 80 is the max.
Been involved in any of the PvP stuff, or
I keep not getting round to it. I keep on getting distracted with my OCD, wanting to finish the area I'm in, and then I'll just wander into the next area and want to finish that area. It's horrible. If you have OCD, don't play it. It's dangerous.
Yeah, most MMOs are like that.
Yeah, but not all MMOs have all this collection thing. It's mostly just the grind. Whereas this has the grind and all these collections and cutscenes to earn from.
I don't want to collect. That doesn't bother me. Cutscenes and things like that to collect.
That's because you don't have OCD.
No,
you just have Alzheimer's.
What? Who? Are those my feet?
That concludes what I've been playing, I think. There's not been anything else. Haven't had the time, or I haven't had the means, rather.
So we haven't really been gamers for the last 2 weeks then, really, have we? Not really.
Well, I have. An MMO, come on. I mean,
all right, okay,
your time.
True.
Can't help that. But yeah, I'd be playing more if I could. We've got Borderlands out next Friday.
Yes.
This Friday, actually. This Friday. Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2. Looking forward to it.
Which we will be playing on the 360 if anyone cares, including CR, who just sighed as he heard this. I mean, he sighs in general, but I mean, he'll sigh especially there because he plays Borderlands on the PC. But it's a Steam game, so I would rather avoid it. Plus, I played the first one on 360, so I thought it.
Yes.
I like sticking OCD, blah, blah, blah. You looking forward to Borderlands 2? I might as well
I am.
About games we're going to be playing.
I was really late to Borderlands 1. And
too late.
You'd basically finished it by the time that I got around to it.
I burnt myself out on it too much. All the DLC.
And even when I got it, it's like I had that at the same time. I think it was about Left 4 Dead 2 time, I think. I can't remember specifically. But there was something else around that I wasn't giving it my full attention.
I hate when that happens.
So I came back to it even later than that before finally finishing it off and realised, damn, that was actually a lot of fun. And only really when you were playing with somebody else. It's one of those games that, it's all right on your own, but having somebody else in there kind of ramps it up a bit. It makes it a little bit more entertaining.
It makes it much more entertaining. It makes it less of a grind if you're seeing stuff.
The same mentality for when we did the Dead Island playthrough.
Yeah, that's better with people.
Playing that on your own, nah.
On the subject of Borderlands 2, I do have some disappointing news, and that's there's a season pass. Yeah, there's 4 planned DLC. In other words, there's 2 DLC on the disc, plus maybe 2 getting made. And they're going to be $10 each. So overall, you will be paying what you paid for the game again in DLC if you choose to get it all. And then, unless the season pass will have some kind of discount on it, but I would be wary with the season pass, especially so in this case because the hit rate of good DLC for the first game was about 50%. Two that were good and 2 that were shit. So I would wait and see what other people think first before buying.
Good idea. Good idea.
That's good advice in general, in fact.
So the classes seem familiar yet different from having a look at the skill.
How do you turn a phrase? That's what that kind of sentence is.
They're like, you've still got the sort of tanky sort of guy, but he's a little bit less tanky and a little bit more damagey from the way that I was looking at it.
You were going to say he's a little bit less ethnic there. That's kind of, Jesus Christ.
That's not what I said. Putting words in my mouth.
I just assumed. I'm sorry.
And then you've got the Siren class.
The Siren type classes, I don't like how they've changed her special. That's why I'm not probably going to play as her. I liked the phase walking she had in the first Borderlands, but that's now similar to the Sniper special. That's why I'm leaning towards him. Because his is essentially phase walk as well, except you create a decoy and you stealth.
It seems like fun.
It looks like they put a lot more effort into trying to take away the boredom by making the weapons very Ratchet and Clank weird.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank games are known for having very weird weaponry.
Rather than saying they've got a bazillion guns, and essentially it's just MMO mechanics behind them. Yeah, but rather than having the MMO mechanics where it's the same model, maybe with a different colour and different stats.
Yeah, which is how it was in the first one.
Yes.
Whereas this time, each brand of weapon, like there's all the weapon manufacturers, they have unique flavours. Like the cheap brand, you don't actually reload the gun, you throw it away and pick up another one.
Yeah.
Just little touches like that, it's quite clever. I'm trying to think one of the other examples, but I've been avoiding watching quite a lot of footage of it because I kind of knew I was getting it anyway. So
yeah, don't want to spoil it too much.
I did look at the character builder that's online if anyone wants to plan out a character build. It's on the official website. I did that. I think I'm going to go kind of half assassin, half snipery. That's my plan.
Half bagel.
Yeah, and we might be doing, well, we're definitely going to do videos of it, of us kind of just bantering around and playing it, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a full playthrough because Borderlands will probably be a long game.
You'll be there a while recording all of that.
Probably. Well, it's more the uploading in my case, but
yeah.
You could always try and do a full thing.
I could.
But you won't. But you could. But you won't.
I could. We'll see.
No, we won't. You won't.
We'll see.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you definitely.
maybe.
Shall we move on to something else?
Sure. Steam finally... Remember I was talking about the Steam Big Picture?
Yeah, the anti-huge TV excuse.
Yeah, well, they sort of released the beta, so
hurrah!
Using it, and it's good.
So next time when we're playing TF2, you can find the server.
Well, that's the catch. The Steam user interface at present is all done in this new sort of... Think Xbox Live without all the adverts and stuff, but just like really streamlined down, so you've got games.
Oh, that made me so happy there. Xbox Live without adverts all over it.
Yeah,
and then I remember what it looks like now.
Nice and streamlined down. It's nice, right? And obviously the resolution and everything works correctly. I'm not using it with a controller with a gamepad or anything. I still use mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, you're sensible. You're not noodles.
But they allow you to do that, and also like rather than having one of those silly little chat pad things you can get for the Xbox, they do have a very interesting device for typing things into a keyboard. Like,
is it called keyboards?
No, it's it's quite strange. It's like you open up a radial dial that applies to each thing, and then pressing on a button on each one of those things corresponds to a letter. So rather than moving,
why wouldn't you just use your keyboard? I don't understand.
It's for people that are playing in like living room without a I don't know.
Oh, those imaginary people that companies like to think exist, where they have their PC as their main viewing. Oh wait, you do. Damn.
That's me. That's me.
You're one in a million weirdos.
But I sit on like this big rocker gamer chair thing with the keyboard on my lap and then the mouse sitting on the couch to the right of me.
Right. So you're laying back drinking what I mean in general right now you are as well, but I mean in general you're laying back in your couch. You've got your beer there, whiskey there, rum there.
Yep.
You like mixing.
Yep.
You've got your mouse in the other hand, lazily kind of moving it around.
Yep.
Your keyboard is like
on
5 inches away from you, on your balls, okay. You can't be arsed typing on it, so you can use a radio dial with your mouse.
No. If you're using a controller.
Oh, okay, alright, you've got your controller instead of your mouse.
If you're using a controller, you open up a radio dial.
You use a radio dial.
Yeah. Rather than like the usual where it's a keyboard comes up in front of you, you have to, tap along.
I was going to say that wouldn't work as well, but I think that would actually be quicker than the way you type messages on Xbox.
I would be interested in testing it.
That's the way they should do it, rather than having to skip along to every digit. You're just moving.
You move like the left stick up to the top left, and it gives you a list of like 4 letters that it could be, and each one of those letters corresponds to one of the buttons. So you press.
Okay, I've changed my mind. It sounds like a good idea doing it that way rather than having the software keyboard.
Yeah.
Set up.
Still no better than having a real keyboard.
No, but if it's all the way down there on your balls, I mean, it's good to have something else there to use instead.
My balls need company.
Have you considered a merkin?
I don't need a pubic wig. Well, no, I'm not going to get into that. Let's say I don't need a pubic wig. No, I do need a pubic wig. And I'm saying no more.
I'm not... But you don't really need to say any more than that.
Jumping onto a different subject. Microsoft are talking about doing 3D projected games.
Yeah, I saw
this. For it sounds good in concept. It's like that Battlefield thing that the gadget show.
The gadget show, yeah,
which looked quite.
That was a terrible idea. It's not practical, and that's the main thing.
It's not practical, but this version
is not practical.
You'd have to have
a right big ass front room.
It would really need to be big.
It would, and you need to have flat walls with not much in the way if you want to display the scenery onto those.
Yeah, there's that problem.
You need to be standing up. Which is a problem because
you could be sitting down.
I suppose it depends on the game, but if it's to create the atmosphere of you walking, you would presume that it needs you to stand up.
I don't think that needs to be you standing up to give you that immersion feel. I really don't.
Well, you could sit down and the room would like move the scenery. Yeah. It'd be like you're playing a first-person shooter in a wheelchair. You feel like a handicapped superhero.
The best way I can explain it is that, see, when I play things like Skyrim on Team Fortress on the big TV, I'm quite close to it. The field of view for Team Fortress is actually slightly different to the standard console shooter.
How so?
It's like, rather than being like that sort of 90-degree cone, if you know what I mean, it's a slightly different angled cone. It feels different. It really does. So when I'm sitting here, like right in front of this giant ass screen, you do get slight more immersion, especially with things like Skyrim.
You get a good picture, but it smells.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this is one way of going about it. I think Sony's direction is with the virtual reality helmet thing. Still, that seems to be
terrible ideas. Terrible, all of them, totally terrible. Just keep making graphics and processing faster, and that'll do. Stop innovating things that people don't want innovated.
That's the Apple.
For arcades, fine. Yeah, Apple, yeah.
We'll get on
work
to that.
In arcades, but not in home console areas. I don't have room for that kind of shit. I don't want that kind of shit. After a busy day, I just want to sit in my gaming chair and use a pad.
And occasionally touch yourself.
Well, yeah, there's obviously that. Goes without saying. I will pick a subject now because you did 2 in a row. That was very rude.
Oh, how rude of me.
Indeed. I have a couple of things that CR got me onto.
Cocaine? Heroin?
No. No, we don't have those in Ireland. It's too cold. CR's not a Republican, I think.
I bet he is.
A dystopian, maybe. It's about Capcom. One thing that he showed me.
It's been a while since we've brought up the fact that Capcom are a bunch of bears.
Exactly, which is why I thought it very important. So I've got this article he linked me to. It's about Capcom plans more titles from smaller teams. This is their new business plan.
Right.
So they're outlining their growth strategy for the future. This is how they think they're going to become more successful.
Rather than having things from their core studios, they're going to branch out to lots of little mini studios to make lots of little mini games that they hope will make a little bit of money each.
Wait and see. The plans include increasing the number of package titles released in a year and aiming for shorter sales cycles of 2.5 years with DLC releases in year 1 and year 2. So, teams developing major titles, as in the core titles that you were talking about, will be limited to 100 people with multiple sequel titles in development at the same time. Also, as it will be necessary to create a large-scale development structure for shortening the development process, we will strengthen in-house development staff recruitment, presumably until they get to the 100, and then they'll tell everybody to fuck off. In addition, we will increase the number of titles released in a single year and expand earnings using a hybrid development model whereby the core portions of the project are developed in-house by Capcom and the process work is outsourced to outside development companies. So there you go.
A bunch of fucking bears.
They are. Oh, would you like to hear how their profits broke down? Like where they earn their money and where their losses are?
Is it from...
Because it might not be where you think.
Is it from... I don't think it'll be... It's not going to be from DLC.
Well, this is their sales by sector. Online games is 65.2%, and that's down almost 24% from last year. So that's actually their main source. I'm not sure what it means by consumer online games.
No, but does that mean like people playing things like Street Fighter online?
Well, does that mean DLC for these games? I don't know. Mobile content is just 7.7%, so they're not making anything really on their mobile stuff. Arcades are making 14.3% of their sales.
It's not bad.
And on amusement equipment.
Oh, yes. What are they making?
LCD devices and pachinko. But, I know what I've heard that name before.
Pachinko
machine.
Yeah.
So they get 9.3% off of that stuff and the sex toys, presumably, that they don't mention in the report. Capcom-themed adult toys.
Nice.
Other business, publishing, licensing, 3.5%. And their annual sales were 15.7 million units. 20 million forecast for next year. Yeah, so they'll be making Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 probably right now.
Yeah, and
6 is pretty much done.
And about 20 different Street Fighter games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, and interestingly, they made 800 million just on Hollywood films based on their games. So
that's not bad. That's what you want to do. That's what you really want to do. You want to have something that somebody else wants to make a movie of. And then just make money out of that franchise.
Selling the license. I'm amazed. What other games have they made movies of, though? I could only think of the Resident Evil ones, as far as Capcom games go, I mean. Oh, Street Fighter, but that came out years ago and was shit.
Oh.
But I can't really think of anything else offhand. Capcom game. Answers on a postcard. Anyone else knows any Capcom movies that they've been stealing money? Not stealing lawyers. Earning stealing lawyers money. There was a sentence in there somewhere.
Yeah, you hope.
Shall I cover the other things you got me on to about? 2 of the people who are in the development team of Arma 3 got arrested in Greece for taking photos of a military base that they're hoping to use as an area in the game when it's released.
This is actually something my brother wanted me to bring up in the cast as well. It's not in my notes.
Is it because he wanted to hear if they'd been violently sodomized or not?
We all know that.
It's a bit sketchy, but considering where it is, I would say that stereotypes are bad and you shouldn't have thought I was going to say that. Shame on you as a listener.
Bad man.
Bad person. Let's assume that there's at least one girl listening. There isn't, but let's assume there is.
So.
Oh yeah, we're talking about those people getting sodomized. I mean...
Because that's a regular occurrence.
Yeah. So obviously they've been... Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say they're just like leeching off of DayZ's success by like bringing out Arma 3 now. Because they can't really now that DayZ is going to be a standalone.
No, yeah, I suppose. But maybe they're hoping that somebody will make a mod for that.
A crowdsourced standalone, though. Not going to be good. Not going to be good unless you can build on what he has.
From what we've heard of natural selection.
Yeah, apparently that does exist and will one day be released. Maybe.
It'll be crap by the time it comes out.
It's crap now. It's been too long.
Yep.
On that sour note, shall we move on?
Let's move on to something different.
We could get into the main affair of talking about the Wii U, or we could cover emails.
Let's do the emails first.
Well, no, let's do the comments we got on Facebook first.
All right, okay.
That's right, we actually got comments. Rather than emails like I asked for, we did get comments. The first is from my editor, and he's being funny. He said, though antithetical to Ayn Rand's core beliefs, communism has much in common with objectivism, and specifically the ersatz community spearheaded by John Galt in Atlas Shrugged. Discuss. I would like to discuss this. I once saw this huge Doberman that had really bad diarrhea, and that used to be the biggest pile of shit I'd ever seen until a copy of Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged, found its way into my lap. Would you like to add anything to this discussion, or does that cover it?
I've never read Atlas Shrugged.
It isn't even worth smearing over your rear end.
I mean, even reading the synopsis for it, really
are you reading the synopsis right now?
It really doesn't seem very interesting.
Tell the children at home what it's about.
The book explores a dogmatic dystopian United States where many of society's most productive citizens refuse to be exploited by increasing taxation and government regulations and go on strike. That's basically the UK since, like, the 70s.
Yeah, but it's really bad. Anyway, the other comment we got is from someone who, I think they're from Switzerland or, that kind of area. English is not their first language, so
English.
Bear with them here, and let's try and work out what they were asking us.
Okay.
I am not knowing what is coming now, but can we do one day Halo Reach on Friday or the weekend? That will be fun. I can also record it and upload it to YouTube. P.S. I tried with a friend play online with Minecraft, fell right in the bucket, so I can't play online with Minecraft. Sorry, guys. And that's from Danny Bose.
Wait. So playing Minecraft makes you fall into a bucket?
No. I think he was trying to do the phrase, got thrown in the bucket. Or chucked out the window. It didn't work, so we gave up.
Right.
I think that's what that meant. So he tried to...
I know, I have an image of him falling off his seat and landing in a bucket.
And then
that's much more amusing. And then not being...
Okay, so we've translated that part of the sentence. He wanted to record us playing Halo Reach. I have played Halo Reach, but unfortunately I no longer have it. So
yes, me too.
I sold it.
On seeing the comment, I did have a little rake around, but it's one of those ones that I sold on. We did play it quite extensively.
We did a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Did your brother steal it?
No. He had it as well, remember?
I don't remember.
I think. Well, maybe I'm talking bullshit. Maybe he does have it. Either way, it's not here. It's probably not recommended.
So, thank you for the comment. Anyway, Danny Bose, we're sorry we can't play Halo Reach with you. And you can't play Minecraft with us because you fell in that bucket.
Climb out the bucket!
And we're presumably stuck. So you said we actually had some real emails as well. Well, I say real emails.
You say real, you know what's coming next.
I know one of them.
So CR sends us an email. It says, bum hats. Thanks, CR.
That's how people say hello in Ireland.
Bear in mind that the timestamp on this was 21 minutes past 4 in the morning.
Bloody hell.
What the fuck's he doing up at 20 past 4 in the morning?
I have the cure for insomnia. It's called going to fucking sleep.
I could hit him over the head until he thought he'd gone to sleep. That wouldn't...
That's your solution to everything. I prove it's violence, I'll do.
Violence. So the only other emails are from Noodles.
Emails? So he sent more than one?
Yeah. He sent
Why would he do this?
Because he sends one at midnight, and then he then realizes that 20 minutes later that he forgot to add something in, so he then comes back and adds it in another email.
Okay, so let's just pretend it's one big email from the stalker who now has a stalker.
So based on the last set of emails that he sent us in about Steam Greenlight, he goes on to say, so Steam Greenlight's first games have been announced, and they're actually pretty good mix, with Project Zomboid and No More Room in Hell being the front runners for me.
I only know the first one, and it's not very good.
What do you think about the others in the list if you manage to get around to having a look at them?
I could quickly Google it until I thought I knew what games were in the Greenlight list.
That would involve loading up Steam.
Steam, Greenlight, games, I guess. Would that be enough?
You could try.
Yeah. No, that's
How
Linux
professional
list.
Are we?
We're not. This isn't a professional thing. This is a muck around to see what happens thing. Here we go. Project Zomboid, No More Room in Hell, Routine, Towns, McPixel, Kenshi, Heroes and Generals, Dreams, Cry of Fear, and Black Mesa. those well-known games there.
What I don't get, right?
And they're going to charge $100 for Steam Greenlight submissions, apparently.
What I don't understand here is that if you haven't played the game, how could you recommend it to go on Steam Greenlight? Your people are voting for things that they don't know are going to be any good.
That's a good point.
To be on there to possibly purchase.
Also, where are they supposed to get $100 from? They're busy spending that on a wedding ring in Team Fortress 2, so everybody can see they married their male friend.
I think the submissions thing is more from the developers of the games.
Oh yeah, they're all kind of like low budget, source crowded, funded kind of thing. So they're not going to have much money.
That's true. Shall I continue?
Yeah, go on then.
Episode 3 of The Walking Dead left myself. Episode 3 of The Walking Dead left myself and Schiffer shocked at we can't really go into details because one of you still hasn't played the second installment.
How did he know?
I'm guessing.
He predicted the future.
I'm telling you.
So he plays it with his girlfriend. He's like you. He plays it and his girlfriend watches and texts him when he does.
The next bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
the whole thing... I didn't even know there was a next bit.
There's more.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Anyway, the whole thing was a hell of a lot more enjoyable with a certain someone by my side. So my question is, have you played a game with a significant other? And has it added or subtracted from the experience?
I have no significant other, so you'll need to answer this question.
Well, it's more like, whether or not you're playing with somebody else. It doesn't have to be a significant other, in other words.
Well, I just meant on any level, really.
We've played games where, like, if I remember when you first imported Metal Gear Solid, the first one, where I didn't play it, but I played it by proxy.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that era has been and gone now.
Your girlfriend likes nagging you when you kill small blue elephants in Star Wars games.
I didn't kill those fucking elephants.
You did.
I murdered them in a room and broke the lock.
And broke the lock, so they would die a horrible, slow, painful death because of you.
Their body's digestive system killed them.
And she tells you off for decisions in Mass Effect as well, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
It sounds amazing. I really want to play a game with someone now. Ugh.
No, but you can do like the exact opposite of what it is they want you to do, and then
get them annoyed at you.
That sounds like the sort of thing you'd enjoy.
That does actually, yeah. So I wonder if Noodles and his girlfriend argued about any decisions they had to make.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I bet she would beat the crap out of him.
He said, I think that The Walking Dead is also a game, in brackets, loose term, that is to be enjoyed by more than one person at a time. And I was wondering if you would agree with that. I suppose that's what makes it quite a popular Let's Play series.
Does it? Has he been doing a Let's Play? Shall we plug it?
I think...
I remember him saying he was going to, but I don't think he ever did.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
Kudos, Mick. I'm going to put in just his name into Google and see if it finds his channel. No, it finds his Steam ID. But he does also have a YouTube.
It goes back to...
He hasn't uploaded anything for 2 months. Come on, Noodles, God.
I thinking about it, like I used to play like Monkey Island, and like my brother would watch me play.
Yeah, point and click games is fine. Stuff with text heavy games. I remember someone watching me play through the prequel ones, not Xenoblade, Xenosaga, episode 1. And they seem to enjoy just listening because it's one of those games that has really long cutscenes. It's story heavy, so you can pay attention to that and ignore the fighting. See, yeah, I can see some games as being enjoyable with another person watching you. Maybe L.A. Noire wouldn't have been so terrible if you had someone there with you as well.
Just shouting at the screen.
Shouting at the screen and with me in unison, just going, how bad is this game?
He goes on to say, also for the man with the extremely large television, Steam Big Screen, or whatever it's called, launched yesterday, and I wanted to get your opinion on that.
It's called Steam Compensator 3000.
Does it help at all with a tiny screen problem, and how are you finding navigating through it all?
Erectile screen dysfunction.
I thought the whole thing was pretty snazzy, apart from the fact that I can't open games or connect to multiplayer game servers, TF2 for example, and the store page is pretty annoying to navigate through.
So he thinks it's pretty great other than he can't play games or look at anything on Steam?
It's more that, like I haven't tested it with TF2, but like I can load up Skyrim perfectly fine. But I think he means that it doesn't make the user interface when you're in TF2 any bigger.
Yeah, it's not. It's for Steam, not games on Steam.
Yes.
Well, what did you expect?
He keeps going. So opinions on the direction they're going with this, aiming for a console audience, as can be seen by the extensive controller interface, which works fairly well. and the interface in general. If
and they've been hiring
more
more people for that console they're not making.
I do quite like it. It helps solve some of my problems for like using the Steam community because I can actually. But
it doesn't solve any of your we still can't play Shogun because of your bloody TV.
That's
the one
true.
game I keep wanting to go back to that I never played a lot and I really enjoyed.
So after that, he sent in another email slightly later on. 22 minutes later. 22. 22 minutes later. I completely forgot all about the new info that's been released about Ground Zero. And I think that sort of thing, he's written this in gibberish. And that sort of thing.
It was 1 a.m. by then or something?
I think it would be good to see Big Boss have another outing with the MSF. I'm not a Metal Gear Solid fan, so...
MSF?
Maybe he means Metal Gear Solid
I didn't even
franchise.
know... Oh, maybe.
Which leads me to another question. Thoughts on Peace Walker, if any?
Didn't play it.
I haven't really played any Metal Gear games. Also, there will not be an Xbox 360 version of Revengeance in Japan for whatever reason. Though this won't affect sales.
Don't like it, much.
This won't affect sales anywhere else in the world. Don't understand why it wouldn't be brought out in Japan. Is the 360 not popular there, or what?
Yes,
that's basically it.
It's not popular there at all.
Not really.
It's pushing treacle up a hill, as they say.
Pushing treacle up a hill.
I mean, people have bought it. It's just every a site called the Magic Box. It always does weekly console sales and game sales in Japan, and the 360s always last. There are people buying it, but just compared to the homegrown ones, compared to the PS3s and the Wii's, they always do a million times better. They
like their own things.
Yeah, just like we like our own things, pretty much. It's just the way it is, sadly.
So
actually, no, that's not fair. I like my PlayStation, kind of.
Okay. Mine's
kind of. Kind of? A little bit?
Nah.
If you're alone at night and need a cuddle?
It wouldn't fit in there.
I said a cuddle.
Yeah?
Never mind. Moving on.
I have special cuddles.
Finish his email.
Yep, that's it. That's basically it.
I'm going to blame Noodles for you saying that, getting onto that subject.
Of having sex with a console.
Yeah.
It's my sex box.
And it's Noodles' fault. He gets to play his Bill every time we do Left 4 Dead.
That's his punishment.
That is his punishment. It's his name and his punishment. And his crime, rather.
If you want to get in touch and drop us an email for the next one, that'll be in about a fortnight from now. You can email us, bringgohurty@gmail.com, or drop a message on the Facebook page, bringgohurty.
You've already mentioned 3 times.
Yes, and I'll do it again.
Okay, stop beating that dead horse.
Okay, let's beat another dead horse then. To me. Wii U, go.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Wii U, a lot of information's come out for it.
Wow, your enthusiasm is just oozing.
I can't even fake enthusiasm for this console. I don't want one. I don't really care about it, but it's news, and it's about all we have news-wise, so we have to cover it. I'm sure you'll make up for it in the enthusiasm department. You can't wait to have one. Is that a no?
I wouldn't mind owning one just for if somebody gave me one, I wouldn't just throw it in the bin.
I'm the same with house slaves.
Yeah. You would probably throw them in the bin after you were done with them, but...
Well, probably. I mean,
it's if this had come out back when, the Xbox came out, maybe. But now, it's just too little too late.
But let's go over some of the exciting features of this new console that we're both so enthusiastic about. It's still called the Wii U, unfortunately. It's out in November. The US price is $299, and that roughly translates to £259 if you can't do maths.
Launch dates are 18th of November in the States and 30th of November in Europe. 8th of
Now,
December in Japan, which is weird.
If you are good at maths at home listening to this, you'll notice that the UK price and the US price don't actually match up. We're paying 50% more than them if you convert the actual dollar price into pounds.
That's true.
I'm not sure why you'd want to do that.
That always happens. That always happens.
Also, there is going to be a more expensive version. I can't remember what they're calling it. It's not Elite, is it? Because they couldn't use that. Premium, because Elite is taken. It's going to be about another 60 quid more, I think. Or 50, 60. All right, so 50 quid more. It comes with games, apparently. It doesn't really say which. It comes with, I think it's 36 gig rather than 8 gig.
32,
okay. So, yeah, my PS3 and 360 have got 120 gig each. And Nintendo are excited about the fact they've just discovered hard drives can go up to 36 gig. 32, whatever. It's such a small amount. I mean, no, let's stay positive. It only comes with the one pad, as was expected. If you want another pad, that'll be $120 for it. It can only support 2 max as well. They assume anybody who wants one must have a Wii because it doesn't come with its own sensor. So it's compatible with the Wii one. If you didn't have a Wii, you need to buy that separately as well. The premium edition also comes with a stand.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is a deal breaker.
If it was made out of like a dead man's arm, like petrified, then
that would be interesting. and every time you switch the console on it, a voice just said, "Please kill me." It showed off a few games at a press event as well. There's going to be a Metroid one, obviously. There's going to be a Mario U at launch.
Super Mario Brothers U.
Yeah, in fact, that's 2 of the launch games. They've Nintendo's in-house ones, Mario U and that Nintendo Land thing.
Yeah.
You know, I got the impression at E3 it was supposed to be like a free thing just on the console, but no, apparently it's a launch title now. Whatever the hell it is, it's actually a game. I still don't know what it is.
Supposedly you've got Mass Effect 3.
Zombie U is also one.
Games that are available on other things.
Mass Effect 3.
Batman Arkham City.
Now, what's annoyed quite a few people is that Bayonetta 2 is going to be a Wii U exclusive for reasons beyond natural comprehension. It seems weird. I'm sure they paid a lot of money for it, and I don't think it's going to make a significant difference on Wii U sales that they've got Bayonetta 2 when they originally weren't going to make another Bayonetta because the first one did so badly.
Weird. Maybe
there seems to be a lapse in logic. I mean, real logic, not Nintendo weird-ass logic.
There'll be some sort of weird funding going on in the background there, but
as in Nintendo said, here, take all this money, make this game.
It is getting Assassin's Creed 3 and Aliens Colonial Marines, so, you know.
Yes, it is getting subpar versions of AC3 and Colonial Marines. I finished your sentence for you.
Thank you.
I know it's not fair to be down on a console before it's out and not trying it, but it's so uninspiring what I've seen of it so far. It's not.
If the graphics were, you know, in the actual next generation, then maybe.
They're barely, they're not even current gen. They're slightly less than. And
I like the controller with the screen and stuff. I do like that, but I'm not going to sacrifice having, you know, blindingly good graphics
on 30 FPS if you have 2 of them.
Yeah, if you know, on some little crappy, having some like little extra screen thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think it must be aimed at somebody somewhere, but that's not me. And
it's
I reckon
type of gamer which is passed by. The casual gamer isn't as prominent as they were when the Wii took off. And the Wii is to blame for Nintendo and Sony wasting so much time and money on Kinect and Move. So that's just a further thing to blame Nintendo for. It is their fault. They did so well at first in a market that everyone who was hardcore knew was going to just disappear, and they didn't know that.
I can't get my head around how they didn't see that coming.
I know. Although what's also amusing is that everybody knows Sony and Microsoft are working on new versions of their consoles.
Yeah.
Expected to see it this year. I'm beginning to think that now it's actually a tactical decision that after the Wii U's had their Christmas, next year will be the brand new consoles with much better graphics, much better lineups, and people will just shuffle the Wii U into the corner again, like where the Wii is sitting.
My Wii,
where your
my
Wii
Wii
is
does
sitting.
not even get to stay in the same room as my Xbox and PlayStation.
It's kind of like reverse racism because it's the only thing that's white.
That's true. Everything here, I mean, even my printer now lives underneath my TV.
Because it's black.
My printer, Xbox, PlayStation, Hopage, PC, my tone port, TV, and the stand, everything is all black, or black with silver bits.
You positive racist.
My gaming chair, black. Keyboard, black. Mouse, black. My phone, black. Everything is black. I like it. It matches. It all fits. The Wii is white.
Now who has OCD? And the Wii U is also white further out. Oh no, but there's a black version of it.
They finally caught on to wanting to release a black one at launch.
And I'm sure a few months after launch there'll be a red version, a purple version, a white, green version.
I wouldn't mind being able to have a more interesting colour of console.
It just annoys me that they always come out a little bit after launch, so anybody who did want a colour has already missed their chance.
Pretty much.
And then, I mean, they do that with the handhelds, and it really gets on my nerves. But other than that, I'm sure Nintendo is a wonderful company, and I certainly hope they don't close anytime in the future, sometime this year, hopefully.
Do you want to know about their Nintendo network?
You mentioned this and thought it would get me quite angry, so I want to hear why you think it would get me quite angry.
Basically, it's a reward scheme, right?
Words are good.
You members who buy Wii U games,
yes,
will receive like 10% of the price back in the form of Nintendo points.
Okay.
Which can be subsequently used to buy online DLC.
That's... Wait, for the game they got points from, or just any
Well,
DLC?
for any game. It just gives you Nintendo points or whatever, which I'm assuming you can probably buy things like the Avatar stuff.
You get Nintendo points now on the handheld, but you just get codes to put in from the games you buy, so that's exactly what they've done with that. That's not... No, I don't know why you thought I'd get me angry. That's better than charging just straight up money.
The original misconception of the story was a lot better, where it basically said that people that bought the premium version of the Wii U receive a 10% discount off all digital game purchases.
But that isn't the case. It's
just
you said it.
You buy stuff.
No, that's fine. So you buy a game and you get 10% of what you paid back as points, which you can then use or not use on the DLC for that game.
But at present, it's free. But Nintendo have gone on record to say they can't guarantee that it will remain free in the future.
Oh. Wait, so as in they'll still do the points thing.
You may have to pay to get Nintendo Network access in future, like Xbox Live.
Oh, they might be inventing Xbox Live.
It's not like Nintendo to catch on to, old ideas and old technology.
Old moneymakers. Yeah, these fools are willing to pay for the internet connection they already have. Let's do that too. Well, as I say, I'm not getting the console, so...
I think anybody that's been following the podcast for any length of time would have guessed that neither of us were planning. I mean, we'd basically waited until seeing some of it in action at E3.
Yeah, give it a fair chance, and it's not graphically bad. I'm not saying it's bad graphics. No. It's average.
It's just not good. And you would expect something that was coming out now that they've had
to be better than what is already available.
Yeah, all that technology that's been out between the last Nintendo console and this. Yeah, they would have done something fantastic.
I think the money they squandered on the 3DS is probably what's going to sink them more so than the Wii U. The Wii U might save them, even if it's not, it's not great. It's still better than the 3DS. It'll do better.
I just hope they roll over and die.
I kind of hope so too, and then Sega might become a good company again.
Please.
Build on the remains of Nintendo and just rise to power again and invent Dreamcast 9000.
Yeah.
And then it takes over the world.
I'd buy it.
But it makes good games, so it's okay.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
I have two little things left on my list.
Between your legs?
To talk about.
Okay.
Two little things between my legs.
Yep. Go.
Oh, do you not have anything left?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start with a short one first. There's going to be a new Phoenix Wright game, which I am massively excited for. See, that's not fake enthusiasm. That is me doing real enthusiasm. I love the Phoenix Wright games.
I played the first one in iOS format and didn't really get into it.
Yeah, but we've already long established you have no taste, so it's fine. Also, you're back playing as Phoenix Wright, because in the most recent one, you were playing as a younger, what was he called? Ace? No, it was, can't even remember his name. So that's how unmemorable he was.
The game is still called
Apollo
Phoenix
Justice. Wright. That was it.
Apollo Justice.
No, they're called Ace Attorney games.
Oh.
But yeah, the last one was Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, and Phoenix Wright was in it, but he was a pianist and a hobo. So now he was a hobo who was also a pianist. He'd given up being a lawyer because of a certain case that you find out through the story.
A hobo and a what?
Pianist. He who plays a piano. A pianist.
I could have sworn you said something else the first time.
It's just my accent. Moving on. So in this one, he is back to being a lawyer as he should be. So Apollo Justice is presumably just going to be retconned out of existence. It was a good game, but he wasn't as good a character. And making Wright a hobo was annoying.
Rejection.
Exactly. So I'm massively looking forward to that. And also the Ace Attorney Professor Layton crossover is back on the cards as well. That's going to be out. Because it kind of disappeared after first being revealed, but it is still in the works, because I was wondering about that one, which I'm also looking forward to.
So this is one of these rare things that Nintendo consoles are actually producing that you're interested in.
Yes, it's one of those rare things I'm genuinely enthusiastic about. It's Phoenix Wright games. I don't know why. I really like them. I like that it's proper puzzle solving. It's using logic to spot lies and contradictions.
But you can just reload the file and pick a different option each time.
Oh yeah, but that's cheating.
And?
It's like you can look stuff up online for pretty much everything, so that's cheating as well. I mean, that's you can do it, but you shouldn't. It's like playing a Professor Layton game, but just looking up the answer to every puzzle.
I know somebody that's done that.
This is a really easy game. This one, check game FAQs. Yep. I finished this game in 2 hours. This was shit. Shame on Vicky, also. Okay, well, let's have something off of your list before we move on to my last thing.
It's just a rant that iPhone 5 has been announced. Nothing particularly different, nothing particularly innovative.
Your anti-Apple ways are going to get us kicked off of iTunes. Or I'll get you assassinated by Steve Jobs' ghost.
No, it's just that there's that whole thing about them claiming people have ripped them off and big lawsuits against Samsung.
I'm afraid the law agrees with them, so unfortunately...
Have you seen the latest phone? It is a blatant rip-off of... At the very least, it's a rip-off of the design of the Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy.
No, it's just a half-inch bigger iPhone 4.
If you say so.
And that version of the Galaxy is the one which lost its legal battle for being a copy of previous Apple devices.
But it doesn't look like them.
So the law agrees with me in this instance.
The law's a cock. I'd be very careful to use the word cock there, so I don't have to put the extra effort into...
I know, I'm finding your bleep. We need a proper bleep, not just you going bleep. Because otherwise you could just randomly have an aneurysm, an Alzheimer's aneurysm, and then just say bleep. And people will think you're swearing over and over.
Or I could use it over things you're saying to make it sound like you're being really foul-mouthed.
Well, I am really foul-mouthed.
I just do a really good editing job to take out all of the swearing.
Yeah. I didn't even say anything bad about the Queen this time.
This time. The last thing on my list is that EA has officially gone on the record to say that they are not the devil, and they are not responsible for games being shit. Specifically, I'm kind of paraphrasing what they said, but this is essentially what they said, that they aren't responsible for games being shit, because the example they used was Mass Effect 3's ending, because everyone said, it's not BioWare, it's the fact they're EA now, so it's all EA's fault, they've made it be shit. So they went on record saying, we have nothing to do with stuff being developed. We keep arms left. We let them be creative. It's all them. Which I thought was wonderful. I'm waiting for the imminent announcement that BioWare ends up leaving EA and sort of being unbought, if you know what I mean.
A tearful breakup, and then in gaming magazines everywhere every week there's a new story about one dating a new company.
Topless pictures of BioWare on the beach. With new...
Are you saying that because what's her name? The guy, the girl the prince is married to. What's her name?
What are you talking about? If you're talking about news, I don't pay attention to the news.
No, I thought you were actually referencing something that happened. Kate Middleton, that's her name, isn't it? The one the prince married.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the big story right now is a French magazine took pictures of her topless as they were holidaying over there.
Interesting.
I actually read this in the Metro, and what I love is the person who took it said they basically did a "Hey, relax, guy" type thing. But then everybody sunbathes topless in France. What's the big deal? And my immediate thought was, if it's not a big deal, why did you take a picture of it and put it in a newspaper? Do you not see the lapse in logic there?
Yeah.
So now the royal family is going to sue France, and if they don't win, I assume we're going to go to war with them. So,
oh yes, I can get conscripted and kill Frenchies.
I'm kind of looking forward to that happening. France is long overdue for an ass kicking.
Do I need to edit that out, or just go? No, I can keep that in.
I've been holidaying in France many times in my youth, and I legitimately have reason to absolutely hate the people there. They're all just. They're not all bad. Most of them are. I really hate the French. Don't ever go to Euro Disney either. That's where they are at their worst. They're just so rude.
Don't go to Euro Disney.
No, don't go to Euro Disney.
Why would the fuck would I be wanting to go to Euro Disney?
They have a nice haunted house, right?
Isn't that stereotype in the States where when somebody wins something, it's like they try to say that you want to go to Disneyland or whatever is your. No.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, so let's go with no. Where was that going?
I have no idea. People go like, I'm going to go to Disneyland.
All right, you
get paid to say that they're going to do that to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'd say go to Euro Disney Paris if I was paid.
Dropped you some money. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd use it to wage the war on France.
From within.
I like croissants, though. They're fine. The rest of it can get nuked.
They don't come exclusively from...
No, but they taste better from there. I don't know why. Must be the LSD.
Or the snails.
No, I've never had snail. Have you ever had that?
No.
What about frog legs?
No.
Cooked, I mean. I don't just mean in general.
Like if I look at a chicken and I think, that looks like that might be tasty. And I look at a frog, I don't go, that looks like that would be tasty. So I don't put it in my mouth. I'm
the same with people. I'll leave you to decide which part of the sentence I said that to. So I have nothing left on my list, I'm afraid. That's why I'm filling with nonsense.
Yeah, it quickly degenerates into hysteria towards the end of the podcast.
That's always a good indicator that we've run out of things to talk about. So your list is empty also.
I am dry. Dry like
but your list is also empty.
Yeah.
And there's no need to hear everything again because you've done it way too many times already.
Except for the Steam group. There's a Steam group, a Facebook page, and an email. Wind your way back through the podcast and you can find, at any given interval, me whoring off all these things. YouTube channels as well, Flick, FFXI, and Party Warrior. This is episode 35, the Whoring Podcast.
Yeah. Shall we keep talking so you can fade out to music?
Fade out to music. I need to record some new music.
Yes, you do.
But
some good new music.
I like you do better.
I don't have a guitar. Well, I do, but it's a cheap one, so it's not very good.
I didn't see it when I was there last time.
No, I don't have it out. I just have my bass out.
Oh. Is it left-handed?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Of course it is. I can't play right-handed instruments.
It's because you're the devil.
I have a left-handed acoustic as well.
Left-handed people are the devil. I'm actually getting hit over the head here because somebody behind me is left-handed.
Oh, I see. We have something in common. Happened twice.
I could say something else like that you both want to have sex with me, but, I'll just fade out here.